is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Yeah, welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Fund. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, my panel today, Alex Nafusi, Harry Glantz.
Hi, gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
Guys,
good morning to you. Hey,
I
Harry,
missed
what's
you
up?
guys last week.
I missed you too.
I know.
Well, welcome back in the sale. Look, we bring in Derek Bauer, one of the top real estate agents in Southeast Michigan, all of Michigan for that matter. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me back.
Thanks for coming, Derek. Really
Happy birthday,
appreciate
Harry.
it.
Hey, thanks, guys.
A little belated, but happy birthday, buddy. His birthday was yesterday. So.
It's not, it's all good. You got to celebrate every day while you got it.
We've been friends a long time, man. Wow.
And I love it, and I enjoy it. And, this is the first Memorial Weekend we've been on the air in 16 years.
Oh, it is.
And
I
the
know,
reason is, what's the reason?
We're all happy about that.
You guys are happy. You jumped at it. You guys want to come back. But the reason is because I'm sure you're feeling it too, Derek, being the top realtor that you are in the market so hot, is the market's hot, and we are having a record May. We're finishing May with the best May we've had in, I can't remember, forever. I mean, our statistics are off the chart with purchases. Purchase activity is so hot. When they called me up from 97.1 and said, do you want to be on Memorial Weekend? I said, absolutely. Got to keep the momentum going. It's crazy out there in the purchase world.
This May was, I've been doing this for 15 years, and this May was the highest volume in 1 month close that I've ever had.
Congratulations.
Good work, buddy.
Well, thanks.
What are you doing with the money?
I'm going to spend it at your golf course.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
No, it is. It's no joke. It is a record purchase month for us, for you, for everybody in the market right now because the market is so hot. And again, we're seeing crazy things. We're seeing multiple offers. There aren't 10 cash backup offers. Don't worry about that. But we're seeing multiple offers out there, and you really have to be on your game as a realtor, as a mortgage banker, as a buyer and seller to go ahead and be able to capitalize and make transactions smooth, easy, and hassle-free.
Completely agree. I mean, you need a game plan before you get started, and that's where a lot of people fall short. They just get out and start going through the motions, and that's not the right way to do it.
You can't do it. You cannot go ahead and try to piecemeal transactions, and you have to be on top of your game, like I said, and you have to put your team together because right now it's extremely important. Right now, this weekend, all the way through Labor Day weekend, it's going to be a hot seller's market, so buyers have to be prepared.
Harry, I'm sure you're going to get the call on Monday.
Oh, boy. I love how it starts out, Harry. I'm sure you're going to get the email or the call on Monday.
Listen, wait, but I own it, though. Like, if there's something going on, I'm like, hey, bro, you're going to get a call on Monday. I'm just giving you a heads up right now. So we have a client, and you're familiar with it. I'm not going to say the name on the air. The seller shows up at our office. So comes to our office because, and it's a tougher deal, and I took it. In a market this hot, I probably shouldn't have taken it. It's lower credit scores, minimal down, higher debt-to-income ratio. But long story short, we get it done. I have to call in favors. Harry calls into corporate, and he pushes it through and all that, and we get to clear to close. The seller's not clear to close. They can't get clear title work. As a realtor, if you list a home, wouldn't you verify the seller has the ability to actually sign and sell that house?
I order title work through the title company that I use immediately when we take a listing.
Right off the gate.
There should be zero surprises.
So they have no. I'm the jerk. I'm the guy that delayed the closing and all that. So we push everything through. It's all clear to close. The seller can't close.
We're going to get into this home buying stuff. Tell me what the outcome is.
Comma, not a period.
I know, but tell me what the outcome is.
The outcome is I'm trolling the listing agent now. And he's saying like, dude, I'm ready to close. It's a problem. What's the problem?
So you reversed it on. Thank you. I appreciate that.
He's calling Chanel, my assistant, 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
I emailed him 10 times yesterday. Can I get a status in the closing?
Well, there's a syndrome out there. The syndrome
I'll call him.
The syndrome out there is I hate you for closing my loan or our transaction syndrome.
Yeah.
So this transaction, difficult transaction, Alex, your biggest strength is sometimes your biggest weakness. You're trying to help these people out. We probably shouldn't have done the transaction
100%.
in the beginning, okay?
Yes.
But here's the bottom line. We did it. We got it done. Sometimes there are bumps in the road, but we still get it done. In the end, every loan we take, we close. There's no question about it.
I agree 100%.
All right, so it always gets done. Now, along the way, there might be some, as we say, moving parts or bumps in the road, but we get it done. Then when we're ready to close, everything's all good. There are two sides of the transaction. There's the buyer side, which is us, and then there's the seller side. So we order title work. There's a seller's policy and an owner's policy. Well, you got to check the property for any previous tax liens, any mechanics liens, anything going on. Well, in this situation, guess what? The property had some issues.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're ready to close after all these bumps in the road.
Wait, and I'm the a-hole. I'm like,
no, you're a nice guy.
They're yelling at me.
Right. But, I think there's something
part of business.
And Derek,
what are you going to do?
What is it? Here's Derek. We've had Derek on the show. He comes back on the show. He seems like a normal guy.
Are those pleated pants?
I'm hoping in real
As far as you know, yes.
I'm hoping in real life.
Wow,
I'm hoping in real life he's not a yeller and a screamer and going crazy on whatever he does during the day, because there's no need for that. And it just seems in these transactions they're supposed to be amicable. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be light and lively, and hey, we'll get the job done. You know what? I think there's a problem in our society. When we tell people we can get a job done, I don't think anybody believes anybody anymore. I really don't.
Here's what you got to go by. Harry, I've worked with you for 15 years last month.
You just celebrated your 15th anniversary.
Every morning when you come to my office, what's the first thing I do?
Give me a hug.
Exactly.
What's up, brother? How we doing today?
I get up and I give him a hug, and that's like just be nice, man. Like everyone, all you have to do is be nice.
Love thy neighbor this weekend. I like where you're going.
Kind. The second rule in life is to be kind.
Third rule in life is to be kind. That's it.
All you have to do, man. Like everyone's on the same team. Like I'm not going to, Derek, I would never waste your time on a transaction that's not going to close.
Ditto.
And I just don't think there's that trust anymore. But we get the job done. We there isn't a loan that we take that we don't close. It just does not happen. And when I say that, sometimes people aren't qualified. So we have to tell them they're not qualified. But any loan that we promise a closing on, we close.
It's going to close.
I mean, that's just how it works.
Hey, let me throw the number out there, 248-539-9797. A happy Memorial Day. Man, we got a lot of steam in here. We're definitely ready to get things started. If you're out there and you haven't got that approval letter in hand, that's the key to all of it. The journey of purchasing a house, Derek, you sort of tipped on it when you just mentioned there's a lot of steps along the way and really getting organized from the beginning to the end. Again, there's a lot of families that are just thinking about purchasing a house now. Usually that whole process of purchasing is about 3 to 9 months. You start off by saying, honey, we're going to buy a new house. We're going to upgrade. We need more room for the family. Then the approval letter. And, then we get them in touch with you. There's a lot going on in a purchase.
There's a lot going on in a purchase, and I always tell people, buying a house is a process. It's not an event. So you need to lay out a strategy, a game plan. I always tell people 3 components. First is a financial. You got to get that out of the way first. Second is geographic. Lock that in. And finally, it's plug and play. What are your wants? What are your needs? Somebody calls me and says, I want to see a house. Well, you don't show up and have surgery, right? Unless it's an emergency. You don't need to see a house until we have a game plan. So come into my office. Let's talk about it. Let's make sure you're making a good decision and we're hitting it out of the park for you.
I like those 3 things. It's concise. It's easy to understand. You can definitely move forward. There's a lot of competition. Here he talks about the competition that's out there, multiple offers. We're seeing that now, and kids are still in school. What happens with these buyers now as we roll through the summer? I think the competition is going to be just as heavy come August and September.
The competition for property?
For the nicer homes, yes.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, in South Lyon, where I'm at, the inventory is so short. In the next 2 weeks, I have 5 listings coming between $260 and $440. And if any of them are on the market for more than a week and a half, I'll be surprised.
Wow. You could definitely save money on advertising for the homes. Like you said, you throw it out there in the MLS. People are going to be plugging in their information if they're already approved with their real estate agents. They're ready to go out, look at the homes. Like you said, they've already got their plan together. So if the house fits those needs, it's the location. And if the house is going to fit their needs, which mostly everything in South Lyon still pretty much on the newer side. Most of the homes have been built in the last 25 years or so.
Majority of, especially in the township, downtown, there's some historic areas and some historic homes. But I would say the average age is probably, that we do anyways, built after 2000. So yeah, a lot of newer homes and good values. I mean, obviously, the further west you go, the better quote unquote value you're going to get. So it's a wonderful place to look. And we're the fourth safest city in Michigan.
Oh, good. I'm glad that statistic came out to help you guys.
The schools are good. The area is good. I mean, it's suburban living at its finest, but there's a lot of room out there, too. So there's a lot of room for growth. They're still growing out there. Like I said, they have 2 high schools out there, South Lyon East and South Lyon. And it's a great community.
Well, of course, interest rates are at all-time lows, and that's not going to affect anyone purchasing a house, that's for sure. Cutting into the 2016 home buying season, prices have gone up. But again, those rates stay down, which keeps things affordable. And that's the key to it. If you haven't yet even considered refinancing, find out how you can save money. We got a whole little paragraph here talking about getting your house in order, your financial house for that matter. Of course, with the rising healthcare cost, college tuition for children. Again, just like anything, what is your plan? Whether you're buying a house or if you're preparing for your family for the future, you've got to have a nice plan together. Get a few professional people to really sit down and go over what you're going to do moving forward. That is the key. 248-539-9797. always like to hear from you. We brought in Derek Bauer this morning from Real Estate One. Derek's got some great information I'm going to share with you a little bit in the next segment, talking about families that had sold a home since 2011. Derek, you'll tell us a little bit more about that, an opportunity to get a little bit of equity back. There was something that happened, of course, when the housing debacle with the housing crisis of 2007, so many families lost money. The state kicked in something, and they were willing to return some money back to you. We've got all those details. We're up against our first break, so when we come back, all your calls, 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket.
Spa's Hot Tub Swim Spas save thousands at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa sale now. Millions of dollars in inventory must be sold. Brand new hot tub slashed. See the amazing Michael Phelps Swim Spa. Free admission at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Nova. Call 1-800-SPA-SALE. That's 1-800-SPA-SALE.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
What famous American has covered more territory than any other? Hint, it's not a person. If you answered the legendary Jeep Cherokee, pat yourself on the backpack. With its available Command View dual-pane sunroof, you have the freedom to explore with style and comfort. Celebrate the most awarded best-selling SUV brand at the Jeep Memorial Day sales event and get $500 bonus cash on 2016 Jeep Cherokee vehicles. Or, well-qualified returning FCA employee lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2016 Cherokee Latitude front-wheel drive for $199 a month for 36 months with $1,140 due at signing. Tax, title, and license extra. The Jeep brand SUV lineup has received more awards over its lifetime than any other competitive SUV lineup based on total SUV sales over the past 12 months in the 2014 Awards Light Vehicle segment. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Chrysler Capital. Current lease must end by 6/1/17. 25-cent charge for each mile over 30,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/31. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
You like to fish, but the big fish are on the big lakes, and your old boat isn't trustworthy enough to take out of your front yard. At Wilson Marine, we get it. We have a ton of reliable fishing boats on display that you can touch, sit in, and even take for a test drive. In fact, our fishing boats start at just $129 per month on a trailer, ready to catch you that big fish. Reel 'em in, buddy. Wilson Marine. Life is short. Boats are cool.
Wilson Marine is your fishing boat headquarters. If you're looking for the largest selection, the best service before and after the sale, and an unbeatable price, you need to get down to Wilson Marine. Because life is short. Fishing boats are cool. Stop into Wilson Marine today to see Michigan's largest selection of new and pre-owned boats. Wilson Marine in Brighton, Howell, Commerce Township, and our newest location on Jefferson Avenue in Harrison Township. Or 24/7 at wilsonboats.com.
Hi, Doug Mans here with Mans Lumber and Millwork. Thinking about replacing or installing a new deck this year? Do it right and install Trex Decking. It's the deck that will last a lifetime. Best of all, you'll never have to stain your deck again. Ever. Mans Lumber has a team of Trex Platinum Pro installers ready to help get your project started today. We have plenty of Trex samples in stock, or schedule an appointment with a Trex Platinum installer and they'll come to your home anywhere in Southeast Michigan. Click on manslumber.com and schedule your appointment today. Call 1-800-TRY-MANS or click on manslumber.com.
With Wow Choice, you can build your own plan. Just pick an internet speed, choose a cable package, and keep adding. So whether you're Mr. Juan Moore Suspense,
Don't go in that door.
Mr. Philip on Comedy, or Mrs. Penny Saver,
Harold, have you seen my ledger?
there's a plan with your name on it. Like 30 meg internet plus cable plus your choice of one premium channel for as little as $64.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. That's Wow Choice. Offer subject to change. Certain restrictions apply. Visit Huawei.com for service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
GoDaddy presents Crazy Ideas That Worked. Meet Fred, who carves heads out of cheese.
Yeah, I was finishing a masterpiece of Shaquille O'Neal in Swiss. I hit a hole. Shaquille's face blew off. Everybody called me crazy. I got my domain headsofcheese.com from GoDaddy, and now they're selling like hotcakes. Made of cheese.
Got a crazy idea you think you can turn into success? We know you can, and we've got a domain for you. And now get a domain free with a website starting from $1 a month. Go you, GoDaddy. See website for details, not an actual customer.
Welcome to Staples. Staples guy, you know what business people hate?
Stale coffee?
Ink.
Right.
We have to have it, and it's so darn expensive.
Well, Staples just cut ink and toner prices.
Really?
Add in our 110% price match guarantee, and our prices are unbeatable.
Great. Know what else every business owner hates?
What?
Paper cuts.
So true.
For unbeatable prices on ink and toner, Staples. Make more happen.
Staples will match price plus refund 10% of the difference at checkout for items from retailers operating online in retail stores or products sold and shipped by Amazon. Limited time. See store or staples.com for details.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Gallianos Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Gallianos Van Dyke Dodge today. Celebrate Memorial Weekend at the St. Mary's Polish Country Fair. Enjoy a lot of great bands, bingo, a Vegas tent, beer tent, and all the authentic Polish food you can eat. Orchard Lake St. Mary's at Orchard Lake and Commerce Roads. Make the St. Mary's Polish Country Fair part of your Memorial Weekend plans.
If you ever miss Karsh and Anderson on 97.1 The Ticket, you can always hear their highlights at play.it.
Your new podcast network for best-in-class on-demand shows.
Welcome back to the show, 916. It is the Memorial Day show, the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, a 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Ronnie J just called me. He's there all day today. If you need your approval letter, definitely give us a phone call, 1-800.
Hey, man, we got people
Ronnie's
working.
great.
We have people working on the holiday weekend. That's how hot it is.
He's doing great.
He's a good parker. After I started talking about his parking, he's a much better parker now.
Is that what you guys were talking about in the parking lot yesterday?
He only pulls like halfway into the spot. So like the
smashes front.
The butt of the car is like in like the where we're supposed to drive.
Hey, Dave out there in Farmington Hills, you got a question about selling a house. Good morning, Dave. Thanks for calling in. What's up?
Good morning, guys. I'm in the process of buying and selling a home in Farmington Hills. We had our house up for sale for $229,000. We got multiple offers. We ended up selling it for $232,000. The problem that we're running into now is the house is only appraising for $200,000.
Yeah.
What as a seller, what do you do in this situation?
Well, quick question for you. Of these, if you wouldn't mind disclosing it, how many offers did you receive, and what was the makeup of financing? I mean, what's the situation with your current buyer, if you know loan type and amount down and stuff?
Yeah, we were offered, we had two specific offers. One was for full asking right away, was like literally 25, 30 minutes after we put the house on the market. And then we didn't want those folks to wait too long for an answer, so we had let it go for a couple more days, pretty much got through the weekend. And then we had a second offer that came in at I think it was like 1,000 over, so 231, something like that. The original offer came back and they said, we'll go another $1,000, and so we ended up with them. And I think we decided on that offer with our realtor because the stronger offer, they had more down payment than the higher offer, I guess.
Do you know how much down payment they have?
$233,000.
Do you know how much down payment that they have?
$18,500, I believe, is on the one that we're dealing with.
Yeah, that's not going to cover it, right? So here's the situation right now. Home appraisals, home values have not caught up with home sales yet. In another month and a half, 2 months, they will, because you're going to have all these spring sales in there. So what's going to happen is that you've got a house, let's just say it's worth in the 200 to 220 range. Let's just go there. You've got an offer now, and you accept an offer at 232. 232, 233. You're going to accept the offer. The appraiser's going to come out, and he's going to tell you that it's going to be between 200 and 220, whatever it comes in at. Then your buyer has a decision, because there's a contingency in that sales agreement that says they don't have to go through it if it doesn't appraise out. So your buyer has an issue. They've got to come up with more money if they really want the house. Now, you as a seller, you have an issue too, because you know in your heart of hearts where that house is going to appraise for, and you're going to have a document that shows what it appraised for. So that's that's going to be an issue.
Well, and I'll add in, the definition of appraisal is an opinion of value. If you have 3 appraisals done on that property, I can guarantee you're going to get 3 different numbers, and they may vary by as much as 15%. So this is just one of those situations where hopefully you can come to some kind of a conclusion where maybe they get another appraisal, maybe they go to a different lender, maybe they throw in some cash.
Dan said that magic word that I can't stand that realtors do.
Go to a lender?
Yeah, are you going to shop appraisals?
Well, let's talk about this. How about the solution with this guy?
Hang on. I've often heard it said that if address this, I guess, if an appraisal comes in with a particular lender, and if a second appraisal may not be looked at because the first carries so much weight, is that false?
Well, no, it depends. First of all, it's an FHA. Is this an FHA borrower? Are you selling your house FHA?
Yes.
You are. So that appraisal is going to stick with that property.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So you can't shop FHA appraisal. So what you have to do with that seller or with that buyer is wait for the appraisal to come in and then worry about it then. See what it comes in at. It could very well come into what you're asking.
Right.
You don't know until it comes in. Now, to address the second point that Derek brought up, which I can't stand because realtors will say, well, just go to another lender. What you're doing is you're putting that borrower in a position where, hey, the house really isn't worth that much, but if you go to another lender, maybe they'll get an appraisal that gets you up.
Why do you want to shop something to overpay for it?
Exactly.
Like if you were buying a loaf of bread, you wouldn't go to 7 grocery stores to find the most expensive loaf of bread.
Well, but again, it's an opinion, right? So if an appraisal is low, that's an appraiser's opinion.
I'm not that smart of a guy,
it's
but
worth what somebody's willing to pay for
common
it.
sense.
Yeah, it is. That's true. But why do I want to overpay for something? Now, if I really want the house, and we've said it on the show for years and years and years, if you really want the house and you're willing to overpay for it, that's okay. But know that's what you're doing. Don't have somebody else say, because they want to close a deal, and now the real realtor in you is coming out, Derek. I apologize for that. Well, then go to another lender. Well, that's not the way
Let's talk about a solution. Let's talk about the solution here.
It's an option. It might not be the best option, but it's an option. Is that fair?
Yeah. Is it? I believe this. I believe, like you said, if you hired 3 different appraisers, you're going to get 3 different opinions.
Absolutely.
Okay. But I'm here working for my client. Okay. And if my client, we get an opinion, and my client wants to go back to that seller and say, hey, listen, man, here's an appraisal. And they want to negotiate, fine. Now, it's always the seller's option to say, guess what?
Hey, Dave, we'll cover the show, but I appreciate it, too.
Yeah,
Dave, thanks for the call. It's a good
one. The seller's going to say, no, I don't want to negotiate because it's a hot market.
Let's talk about a couple things here, Derek, which is pretty interesting stuff here. It's not always, for example, on this one, he took an FHA offer. It's not always the best offer. The highest price isn't always the best offer if those people don't have the additional money to make up the difference.
Yeah, price is only one variable in a good offer, but I kind of want to address this a little bit. So I just had a situation where I was representing the buyer. We had a contract sales price of $175. Okay, it was very fair for this house. It was very fair. An appraiser went out, appraised the house for $150. Okay?
Way off. I
don't know if she was in the right state.
Right.
Okay.
I'm with you.
So we had another appraisal done. Okay. 2 weeks later, appraisal came back at $182.5.
That should never happen.
That's a pretty substantial difference.
It really is,
isn't it?
Where the different comparable sales were used, obviously.
Well, yeah, I wrote this huge, long dissertation about you're an idiot, and here's why.
In a nice way.
In a professional way. So now here's the problem, kind of to your point, Harry, with all due respect. Just because this appraiser said, I think this house is worth $150, my clients and I knew it was worth a heck of a lot more than $150, right? So 175, 182 there. You went from making quote unquote making a bad financial decision to you just made some money on paper and you're paying a very fair price for this house.
Okay,
so
let me
I
you
think
for a
changes
second.
need to be made in this appraisal.
I'm with you, man.
So wait a minute. So welcome to my world, and I agree with you. But the solution isn't, well, let's go to another lender. The solution is, hey, Harry, can you rebut this appraisal because I have other comparables that show.
I jumped the gun on saying switching. You're right. It's an option. We didn't switch lenders in this case, by the way. We got another appraisal.
They were able to do a new appraisal.
Exactly.
Wait. So, as a realtor, if the sales price of the house is $175,000 and the appraisal comes in at $150, why isn't your first call to your client and say, "Hey, dude, I just saved you $25,000.
He's on the sell
I got
side.
you a better deal." Why is it? Let's call another lender.
Right.
Well, okay. We can talk about this whole deal for a while now, right?
I love it.
So this was an estate sale situation, right? So obviously, as representing a buyer, mission number one was let's reduce the sales price. The sellers weren't having.
I'm pushing Derek. Just so you guys know.
That's fine. I like this. I'm sure I'll be invited back real soon. So the sellers weren't having any of this price reduction conversation, right? We knew that this was a fair price for this house. We probably looked at 4 dozen houses, right? This was the house for them. So yes, Yes, we can talk about this deal for the rest of the hour.
I know
but
you said that
was the
5
very
times,
first
so
thing.
talk about it.
All right, dude, you're taking me golfing later. So the first thing we did was try to do that, and at the end it worked out. So I jumped the gun saying switch lenders. It's an option. Hopefully these people have some cash for.
Well, what I'd rather have you do, Derek, because I would rather have you say, hey, Harry, you know what? This appraiser is way off the mark, and I have 3 comparables that they didn't even use.
That's what I did.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you the comparables. I'd like you to rebut this appraisal. Go ahead, tell them that their heads up their Kulu. Okay, you can say that on the radio.
Can you do that?
And yeah, it's a Scarface reference. So go ahead, you can, and then I rebut it with the AMC, and we get it taken care of. Harvey, did we not just have one of yours do that?
We've had lots of them.
So, but that's the thing. That's the phone call I want. The phone call isn't, hey, listen, the guy's off the rocker. We're going somewhere else. What do you mean you're going? You're not. First of all, FHA. You can't go anywhere else.
It's 4 months, right?
Okay, that's it.
Call up Bob Turner. We're going to need 3 hours. Hey, it's 9:26. We're up against a break. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. 248-539-9797. Your calls when we come back.
97.1 The Ticket.
Come celebrate our beautiful spring at Ray Wiegand's Nursery, where you'll find your inspiration just in time for Memorial Day. Add beautiful color to your porch, patio, or deck. It's easy with our wide variety of 10-inch hanging baskets, now all 20% off. And all of our annual packs with 15 plants, every variety, are now only $6.99. Purchase 3 for $15. Enjoy the beauty of roses all summer long. Our entire selection of roses, all varieties, are buy one, get the second of equal value half off. Plus, our entire selection of patio furniture and umbrellas are all 25% off. And remember, Ray Wiegand's Nursery has the largest selection of trees in Michigan. Right now, all potted Venus dogwood trees are now 20% off. And there's great savings on much more. Be sure to visit our website at WeegansNursery.com. Buy direct from the nursery. Ray Wiegand's Nursery. Since 1960. In Macomb Township, on Romeo Plank Road, we make it worth the drive.
Watching reruns tonight.
Yeah, maybe if they have DirecTV. But Xfinity gives me 4 times more TV shows and movies on demand, so I can always watch something new.
Everybody crochet tonight.
Yeah, I think I'll just stick with my shows.
Everybody mop the floors tonight.
Don't fall for DirecTV. Get 4 times more TV shows and movies on demand with Xfinity. Get started with Xfinity TV for only $19.99 a month for a year with no term contract. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Xfinity.com today. Requires enrollment to autopay and equal bill paperless billing through Xfinity My Account. Offer ends 6/30/16. Restrictions apply. Limited to new digital economy TV customers. Equipment, taxes, and fees, including broadcast TV and RSN fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
This is Rich Lalonde from Summit Place Kia in Waterford and the all-new Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township. I got to get something off my chest. It just drives me crazy when I see people driving $100,000 Uber sedans. They might as well be throwing $100 bills right out the window. My very best model, the Summit Place Kia K900, is every bit as good as the best sedans from Audi, Lexus, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz for half the price and half the monthly payment. You could literally put your kid through college with the money you'll save driving a Summit Place Kia K900, and you'll sacrifice nothing. I keep hearing statistics about how much research car buyers do before they buy a car, but I'm not so sure. Do your homework. Sit in the K900, drive the K900, and decide for yourself. If you want to spend $100,000 to drive a luxury import, that's your business. But if you want to drive the same car for half the money, that's my business. Come see me, Rich Lalonde, today at the all-new Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township. Call 1-800-NEW-KIAs or SummitPlaceKia.com. You're going to love Summit Place Kia. I guarantee it.
Spotting a great value can be tricky. At Trader Joe's, though, values are as easy to spot as pins at a bowling alley, Hawaiian shirts at a luau, or Mandarin orange chin in our freezers. This is Dan Bain of Trader Joe's. We think finding new and exciting foods in our stores is a little like a treasure hunt. But what you'll never have to hunt for is a great deal. That's because we won't sell something unless we think it represents a terrific value. For us, value is more than just a great price. It's where great price meets superior quality. It's a challenge, one that makes our work so much fun. Clearly, you can get something cheap anywhere. At Trader Joe's, you get excellent prices on great-tasting foods made with the best ingredients, and the chance to see the latest Hawaiian shirt fashions without the cost of a luau. Now that's value. Whether you're shopping for eggs and milk or organic quinoa and Greek yogurt, you'll spot great values at your neighborhood Trader Joe's everywhere you look. For the location of the Trader Joe's in your neighborhood, check us out at TraderJoe's.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you looking for a pick-me-up that won't break the bank? Stop by McDonald's to get an icy cold soft drink for only $1. What a refreshing way to brighten your summer. McDonald's, I'm loving it. A la carte only. Participation may vary.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Weingarts. Everything from lawn to snow. Tigers over the A's 4-1. Michael Fulmer goes 7 2/3 shutout ball. Nick Castellanos hits his 10th homer. Tigers 2 games back of first place White Sox. They get the A's today in Oakland 4:05 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Matt Boyd making his first start of the year in place of the banged up Jordan Zimmerman. Stephen Moy is sent down to make room. Eastern Conference Finals. Cavs advance to the NBA Finals with a 113-87 win at Toronto. They win the series in 6 games. Tonight it's Game 6 in Oklahoma City. Thunder can advance to the NBA Finals as they host Golden State, leading 3-2. At the LPGA Volvic Championship, it continues today at the Travis Point Country Club in Ann Arbor. On the Senior PGA Tour, the Senior PGA Championship, that is, Rocco Mediate, the leader through 2 rounds in Benton Harbor. On the PGA Tour, playing in Texas, first-round leader Bryce Mulder midway through his second round at 11 under par. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
The National Football League. One more reason when you think of sports, you think of Detroit's #1 sports station.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show, 9:32. If you just joined us, the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, a 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Hey, you want to shoot us that email? mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. That's easy. Call us here live in the studio, 248-539-9797. If you're just joining us, Memorial Day weekend, want to tell everyone thank you. Of course, if you served the country, we never want to forget those that had served, and definitely safety to all those that are still in harm's way.
Right.
Also,
a shout out to my daughter's boyfriend, Nick, who's a second lieutenant, just graduated from Michigan State, the ROTC program. He reports to Fort Benning, Georgia this week.
all right, that guy's the man. I've seen pictures of him. He's the man, all right.
He's given so far, he's given a 5-year commitment. He might have to give a 20-year commitment, but
really,
he's the kind of guy you want on your side, my man.
Yeah, definitely. And a special thanks to Derek Bauer from Real Estate One for coming out. We still got some time to beat you up a little, Derek. So thanks for coming.
Wait, I just got a text. You really killed that guy, didn't you? I said, no, I didn't kill him. I just saying things come out.
It's actually it's less stressful to meet on the golf course. So
that's right. There you go.
You know, Derek,
get better at golf.
Purchasing a house, Derek, is between 25 and 40 days, isn't it? I mean, all transactions between 25 and 45. A lot gets done in those days. You're talking about the purchase agreement, the addendums, the inspections, repairs, appraisals. The association has to get some stuff back. Lenders are trying to get the transcripts back from the IRS. We got a lot of things going on in these 25 to 45 days on a purchase. You better have some more professional people involved in this transaction, no matter who you are.
I absolutely agree. One thing that I do when I'm representing a seller is I put hard and fast dates in that appraisal contingencies have to be satisfied. I mean, if you're not working with a reputable lender like you guys,
Oh, he's trying to kiss up now.
No, he's not.
I'm going to send you flowers on Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
No, but I like that one, right? Get it done, and then you're following up.
Hold their feet to the fire, keep people accountable, because a lot of times a transaction hinges on another transaction, and you have one early on and that fall apart, and you're affecting a lot of people's lives and logistics and a lot of other things. So I think it's very important to keep everybody's feet to the fire. This needs to get done at this time, and this is why.
But you hit the nail on the head. When you're representing a seller,
now you're kissing up to me.
And the appraiser, no, because you said this before.
Oh, boy. And we're off.
Hey, bro, if you haven't figured it out, I don't kiss up to anybody.
Wow. Here we go.
But, this show.
It goes like this. That's why it's called the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, because this is how we teach. We treat our clients. We make sure that they're taken care of, and we really represent them very well. Bottom line is this, is that if you're selling a house, you should meet that appraiser out at that house with comparables and hand them the comparables.
100%, yes.
That's
absolutely. I don't want to get one phone call from a realtor that says the house didn't appraise out if you weren't there and provided that appraiser with.
That's exactly right.
There's other information. Well, one of the things we mentioned is some of the other information that's shared at that opportunity is to talk about the school district. So often you could be in one city, Derek. You could be in Livonia with Westland schools, or you could be in Ann Arbor with Saline schools. There are changes.
Sure.
And that type of information is extremely valuable, including, other boat privileges, things of that nature. I think it gives that listing agent an opportunity to meet the appraiser and talk about all the good aspects and then show those comparable sales.
Well, and so much in an appraisal is subjective, right? So if somebody spent $20,000 on a kitchen, for instance, that's not going to translate to $20,000 on an appraisal.
Thank you.
Right? But you need to make a business case around why is this worth what it's worth? Why are we pricing it?
And I'm going to say this to you, and for those of you out there, square footage really doesn't mean anything unless the house sold for whatever you're trying to get the value for. What I mean is it's a market analysis. If the homes in that area have sold for $300,000 and they're across the board, 3 sales, $300,000, $300,000, $300,000 within 4 or 5 months of each other, guess what your house is worth? $300,000.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to appraise out at. Now you could sell it for $350,000, right, Derek?
Right.
You could sell it for $350,000, but what's that house going to come in on an appraisal?
$300,000.
Because the most recent comps in that neighborhood say $300,000. I don't like it. The seller doesn't like it. The buyer might not even like it, but that's what an appraiser's going to come in at.
Go ahead, buddy.
Well, what a lot of people do is they look at this price per square foot number and then they just apply it
It's
to their
insane.
house.
Then they multiply it by the number of square footage. That's not how you achieve a value.
Because newsflash, the bigger a house is, the lower price per square foot that number is going to come back at. It's how it works.
It's just how it works.
I like that. 248-539-9797. I'd like to hear from you. If you're out there purchasing a house, want to refinance your house, give us a call. Better yet, want to sell a house? Derek Bauer is one of the most solid guys I've ever met in real estate. He'd be a great guy. We have a ton of professional real estate agents we work with, Derek being one of them. We want to hear from you. 248-539-9797.
It really just comes down to service. I mean, there's so much government oversight now that, in the mortgage industry that, you're going to get within an 1/8 to a quarter point, no matter who you call, and within $300 or $400 in closing costs. You really want someone that cares about you and wants you to be successful. One of the things that I do for my clients is when they close, whether it's a refinance or a purchase, I give you guys kind of like a little coupon book, and it's got just stuff. It's like my buddy owns a carpet cleaning business. I have some guys that do construction, everything down to like Amici's Pizza, the living room in downtown Berkeley. You spend $30, get $5 off, and you want to set your clients up to be successful. And I don't want to just do your mortgage, and I'm doing air quotes right now like a goofball, but I just want to do your mortgage. Like I want to see you guys like at a Tigers game and high five. I mean it's not how I roll. I mean, we're not we're not the McDonald's of the mortgage industry. We're the Capital Grill. That's what it comes down to.
All right, breaking news, Derek. We've been holding off on this for a few weeks. We talked about it. It was a few years back when the state of Michigan first came out with it. It had to do with distressed sales when families were selling their house in 2011. Give us some of the details on that. Sort of a cool thing out there. If you've sold your house in the last 5 years, if you can give us sort of a condensed version of that, it's pretty cool.
30,000 foot overview. If you've sold a primary residence in Michigan on or after June 24th, 2011, and the SEV of the property was lower in the year that you sold it than in the year that you purchased it, you are exempt from paying transfer taxes. And in the last, we went back and researched our clients, and we found about $80,000 that the state owed our clients. And just for you guys, we have a website set up that's hardcoretaxrefund.com.
I like that, Derek.
You like that?
Hardcoretaxrefund.com, or call Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE, and we'll get you set up with that.
Yeah.
So, again, if you sold your house from June of 2011 to current day,
yep. And it's still in effect. So even if you're selling a house on Tuesday and it's been your primary residence and the SEV is lower now, right, in 2016 than when you bought it, you are exempt from paying state transfer taxes, which is $3.75 for every $500 increment of sales price. Now, this exception's been around, but they simplified it early this year. There was a much more complicated formula that I won't bore you with. But they've simplified it. So
that's pretty cool stuff.
Good job, Michigan legislature.
Yeah, so there's certain markets that haven't come back. This is what Derek's really pinpointing this. There are certain markets that have come back tremendously. Mm-hmm. Okay, Woodward Corridor, Birmingham, Bloomfield, there are certain markets that haven't come back. If you sold a house in that market, chances are you could get that refund.
Yeah.
Well, even if you purchased
from paying it.
Yeah, and even if you purchased right at that peak and you're selling now, you might be very, very, very close. So
it's worth checking out.
You could have bought the house in 2005, 2002.
Exactly.
And you paid $300,000, and then what happened was you sold it in 2012. Market was still distressed in your neighborhood. Your SEV was less. You are exempt from the homestead exemption. If you forked out the $2,500, the state's willing to give you that money back. You've got all the paperwork all set up on a few of these websites. Get in touch with Capital Mortgage Funding, and we'll get you set up the right
You know
way.
what makes my house worth more money?
That you're living there now, or what?
Well, no. Natalie built giant Jenga. You know the Jenga game? You got to pull the little blocks out.
Yeah.
She built one. It's about 6 feet tall.
Where,
on
outside?
a 2x4. It's awesome.
Come on, you have a real
I have a giant Jenga thing.
According to Harvey, it's worth more now.
My house
is worth way more.
It's worth $100 more.
Is it next to the horseshoe pit that you have, or did you fill that in?
No, I got the horseshoe pit. It's next to dome hockey between cornhole.
Gotcha.
My whole house is a circus. It's just.
Did you put that up on the Facebook there?
I did not put it on Facebook. I will, though. Thank you for reminding me.
Who wouldn't want to live next to Alex Nafusi? Let me make it easy for you, folks. You can purchase a
Nobody
house.
does.
Everyone does, Alex. Come on. 3% down conventional, 3.5% down FHA, VA loans with 0 down, USDA loans, if you want to buy just outside in the rural developments, 0 down. If you want to become a homeowner, come on back and join us. 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket.
Spas, Hot Tub Swim Spas. Save thousands at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa sale now. Millions of dollars in inventory must be sold. Brand new hot tub slashed. See the amazing Michael Phelps Swim Spa. Free admission at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Nova. Call 1-800-SPA-SALE. That's 1-800-SPA-SALE.
Everyone knows the best fishing spots are the ones far off the beaten path. And when you've got a Ram 1500 with best-in-class 29 miles per gallon highway, you can discover them before anyone else. It's that kind of uncompromising leadership that has more people driving Ram trucks than ever before, and why they're America's longest-lasting pickups. Join us now during the Ram Memorial Day sales event. Well-qualified returning FCA employee lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2016 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 with 23 MPG highway for $219 a month for 24 months with $219 due at signing. Tax title license extra. Based on standard pickup class. EPI estimated 29 MPG highway based on available EcoDiesel V6 4x2 HFE model. Based on escalating total retail sales of calendar years 2009 through 2015. Based on IHS Automotive VIO registration data for all brands of GVW 1 to 3 pickup trucks continuously sold in the U.S. since 1988. Dodge and Ram have the highest overall percentage still on the road. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution at least through Ally. Lessee is responsible for termination fees. Current lease must end by 6/1/17. 20-cent charge for each mile over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/31.
If you currently use a CPAP system, I've got an important question for you. Are you sure you're keeping your CPAP system clean enough? Like, really sure? A dirty CPAP system is a perfect breeding ground for germs. Put that mask on, and they've got a direct line to your body. Talk about a good way to get sick. Fortunately, SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs in minutes. To introduce it to the world, they want you to try it risk-free for 30 days. Just call 1-800-500-6142. With SoClean, you never have to clean your machine by hand again. There's no water, chemicals, or disassembly. Just pop in your mask, close the lid, and presto, your CPAP system is clean and fresh in minutes. Call SoClean.com to try it risk-free at home for 30 days. Supplies are limited, so don't wait. Call 1-800-500-6142. 1-800-500-6142.
Hey, your fun is hungry, so feed it at the Brew and Barbecue Festival inside Cedar Point, where there's live entertainment and the opportunity to sample over 150 local and national craft beers and 4 types of barbecue, inspired by the way it's done in the Carolinas, Memphis, Texas, and Kansas City. But it's only from May 27th to June 12th. And if that doesn't fill you up, top off your fun riding the new record-breaking Valravn Dive Coaster, all for only $20, plus the cost of park admission when you purchase tickets in advance, only at cedarpoint.com.
Jet Express presents How Do You Do the Lake Erie Islands? Are you an island vacationer, a late-night partier, a long-line dodger, a downtown stopper, a smooth ride lover who likes their transportation covered? If the answer is yes to everything, the Jet Express is your ferry to Put in Bay. With time tickets so you can avoid lines, late-night hours, and direct-to-downtown service. Jet Express yourself and go to jet-express.com for ferry tickets.
It's the ABC Warehouse Star Spangled Sale. Save up to 65% and get up to 7 years no interest on top brand appliances, TVs, mattresses, furniture, and more. Get a Frigidaire 26 cubic foot stainless steel side-by-side refrigerator with ice and water, sale priced at just $9.43. Or choose a 7-inch cushion from Pure Gel Queen mattress set with a free adjustable base for only $7.77 with free delivery. Extended holiday weekend hours open Memorial Day from 10 to 7. The deals are always in the house. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
Wallside Windows is celebrating 72 years of making the finest custom-made windows in Michigan. And to celebrate, Wallside wants to make you a winner. Throughout the season, 4 fans will win a famous Wallside door wall. And at the end of the season, 1 lucky name will be drawn and win $7,200 worth of custom-made and installed Wallside windows. Just go to cbsdetroit.com/Wallside to enter. That's cbsdetroit.com/Wallside. Winner must be within the Wallside service area. Wallside, we can do that. We are the factory. Call Wallside at 1-800-521-7800.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Welcome back to the show, 945. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all day long, all weekend long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. It's 1-800-569-7283. Quick shout out to all my friends at Cass Lake. Partied last night with Juliet, Jeff. Who else do we have over there? Simon and Cheryl. I just got to say hello. You never know.
How we're still going out to Cass Lake after all these years, brother.
Wait, these people are older than me. Well, they're definitely my age, Harry. And they're out there closing the lake down. The last one's off the water. That's impressive stuff. Then the kids come in and the whole deal.
I like
anyways, be safe out there if you are boating this weekend. Or if you're on the golf course, be safe not to get hit by any balls or anything flying around. 248-539-9797. Let's go off to Jared in Redford. Good morning, Jared. Welcome to our show.
Hey, thanks for taking the call. Hey, my mother passed away recently, probably about 2 years ago, and I sold her condo in Shelby Township. And you guys were just talking about how the state was taxing things for $500 increments. Now, the condo was purchased in like 2005 for like almost $290,000, and then I sold it for like $175,000. I'm just wondering if the state would be able to go to the state and say, "Hey, you guys overcharged me in taxes. I qualify for that." Abatement, I guess you could call it.
Well, the answer to your question is maybe.
Maybe. I know. I was
tell you what, we have his number. I'll give you a call later today, and I really appreciate it. I'm just, when you said this, I said, "Wow, I wonder if I'd qualify for this." It wasn't my primary residence, but I was just wondering if the state would have got their hands in that and said, "Hey, give us an extra $400 or $500." Yeah, that's an interesting scenario because it was someone's primary residence, and you're acting on their behalf, and we're sorry for your loss, certainly. So if we can help you, we will. I'll call you, and good job.
If not, I'll call you back because I'm going away for the weekend. We're on the road right now, but I really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it.
Where are you going? You going anywhere fun?
Going over to Canada. We got a little cottage over there. We're going over there to spend the weekend. So
very nice. We'll have a great time and have a safe trip.
Awesome.
Hey,
thanks, Jared.
man.
See you later.
All right, Jared, way to go. 248-539-9797.
That's
like you
my
said,
favorite type of client.
Right.
Favorite dude.
Regular dude.
Regular dude.
Just calling in to check it out. We'll get him some information. Derek will hook him up, and we'll see what happens.
Dude, see, that's why I get so jacked up when like on the air sometimes. That's a regular guy, normal dude. You can tell he's a hardworking guy. He's going to Canada spend the weekend. Love that guy. Favorite client, 100%.
Derek, the National Housing Survey shows us 52% of the people that responded say it's a great time to sell a house. It's actually the highest amount of percentage since 2010. There's no doubt that now is a great time to sell a house if you are thinking about moving. One of the hurdles those families had, though, again, if they're moving up or if they're downsizing, is the next house, because there's just not a lot of inventory. Do you have some sort of strategy where you get families to, maybe get out there? First of all, you want to determine the length of time their house would take to get sold, which in today's market can only be a couple weeks. And then you really got to get out there and see what's available.
I have a handful of families that were selling their house in their building just because we couldn't find something, and I have some other ones where people are buying houses of people that I know, right? So not even really necessarily going on the market because it was a great fit and situation for everybody. So inventory is very limited, and one of the reasons is because all of these folks that want to move, right? Their houses aren't up for sale yet. They don't oftentimes want to make a double move, or they can't make a double move, or so it's a very real problem. right now.
Yeah, sometimes a pocket listing would help save something because you don't even know that house is coming on the market. Meanwhile, it's the house they're totally looking for, and you guys can put a deal together.
Well, in a little community like South Lyon, where I've been for 15 years, and I know a lot of people, and a lot of people move within South Lyon. So when you know whether somebody's moving up or moving down, and hey, I know so and so selling their house, and it's a little bit of a different world out there. I don't know that it's that way all over Metro Detroit. But.
Are you going to jump in, Alex?
I'm
smiling over there.
I'm talking to Steve Lipson. I call him the Lipper. Our marketing guy sitting next to me, and we're talking about the pamphlet idea, the little the coupon thing. We're just throwing ideas back and forth. But we made a joke about an inappropriate coupon.
Oh, of course, don't do that.
That's why we were laughing. Someplace we can't give discounts.
Nice. My next subject was the affordability of houses, and one of the things we have here in Southeast Michigan that's cool is we have a variety of cities with different price ranges and homes and styles of homes. So the variables are out there, and there's no doubt that owning a house nowadays is far less than renting because the rents have just gone through the roof. Had someone close on a smaller house in Redford recently, and they were renting for over $900. Their house payment's $650. I mean, it's just remarkable in the fact that now not only does he have something that he's not throwing his money away for, next year when he sits down with the CPA, he's going to have some write-offs. He's going to have that interest deduction, the taxes, the closing costs. Home ownership is awesome. And if you're already considering, if you're going to be here, if you're stable and you're not moving for the next 2 years, you got to look at home ownership.
Home ownership is awesome, but I always tell people, don't just go out and buy a house because interest rates are low, or don't just go out and buy a house because you think that particular property is a good deal. Like I said a couple weeks ago when I was on here, it's about making a good decision. If it fits into your life and your financial plan, great. Figure that all out. Don't just do it to do it.
There are a lot of things that come with home ownership, right? I mean, you've got landscaping, you have utilities, you got furniture, you got upkeep, you've got, there's a lot of maintenance costs involved in owning a home. There's just those things. And I agree with you. It's just not buying that house and that monthly payment. It's all the things that come along with it. But I still believe that if you qualify and it's about the same financial obligation on a monthly basis, renting and home ownership, you got to do the home ownership thing, by the way. And the fact of the matter is this, I'm going to tell you this, as we sit here right now, interest rates will not be this low 1 year from today. It's not going to happen.
I'm kind of kicking myself in the gut by saying this because I own a handful of rental properties in the Royal Oak area. My duplexes bring in about 4 times what the mortgage payment is on them.
Right.
So, I mean, to your point.
It's true, yeah.
To your point, buying a house is, if you're going to be there for 3 years plus, it's so much cheaper than renting. It really is, man. And that's just the way the market is right now.
Well, the part that I always thought is great about home ownership is the fun. I mean, it is fun to buy a house. I remember going back to my first house, just as fun as maybe the last house I purchased. But it's all about the strategy involved and your game plan and the communication. And then at the end of it, Derek, isn't about the seller's motivation. If you can find out the seller's motivation, if they need to move at a certain time, then you can really go after that and say, look, I'm approved. That'll work out fine for us. Get around some contingencies, give some days of occupancy, and put a nice deal together.
You got it. I mean, there's a lot of creative things that can be done in an offer. We made an offer the other day where the folks were, I was representing the buyers, sellers were building a house. It was a little gray on timing, so we offered them 60 days of post-closing occupancy, the first 30 days of which were going to be free.
Wow.
So that's pretty attractive because that adds to the bottom line, right? So,
sure.
That's $2,000. That's $2,000
in their pocket. That's
potentially
right.
in their pocket, and they have that, insurance policy, if you will. That okay, well, if it goes beyond that, then we'll go beyond that, right? So it's just about being smart and creative and creating win-win situations. Really.
Yeah, I like what you said. Timing. Timing's key to everything, and no matter what you do, especially in real estate, you're going to be selling one house. How many days can you stay there until the other house is freed up? You can close on the new house.
Right.
Most of the time, you need to bring the funds from one transaction to the other, so it's all interchanged. 248-539-9797 if you want to sneak in a phone call. Curb appeal, want to throw it out there with the beautiful weather out there. And the rain we got all spring, things are really greened up out there. It's pretty. If you haven't, Alex, you got to comment on yours.
Appeal?
Yes.
You
looking good?
Oh my goodness. So my buddy Rick Vespa, who's
the English Gardens. Yes, thank you. We know Rick.
Hooked me up last Sunday. Oh my gosh, dude! I'm telling you, my house is seriously like so. My buddy Colin across the street, we like have a competition for like the best house on the block every year. Dude, my house is sick.
I'm
right
coming
now
by
with the amount of
Wakefield to
flowers.
take a look then. Okay,
Listen,
nice.
It was worth every single cent.
So you max out your landscaping every year to be in
100%.
competition with your neighbor.
Yes.
It's like the people with the Christmas lights, right?
Yes,
They go ahead and jack up their house with Christmas lights. You do with landscaping.
It doesn't matter whether we're playing hockey or golf or competing for the best yard.
That's
I'm the most
funny.
competitive guy in the world.
I like that.
It's absolutely. But here's the cool thing, man. Like when you drive down our block. I mean, everyone takes care of their house, you know. And you talk about curb appeal. You know, Maureen's got her flowers out. She does all these gardenias. It's beautiful. It's nice, and it's it feels good to come to your home so that you own. And it's nice. I mean, it makes me happy.
If you're selling a house out there and you haven't had offers on it, you're getting no action. Take a look
'Cause your house
outside.
sucks. That's why.
We had.
Listen, it is.
Maybe it's not priced right. Maybe it hasn't been kept up
Derek.
properly.
No, don't get me
Seriously.
involved in this one.
Right? Yeah, you are. Come on.
Well, why doesn't a house sell, Derek? Give it to us.
If your house is on the market right now and you're not getting offers, it's because it's a piece of crap.
It's the hottest market. It's the hottest market now in forever.
Yeah, correct.
Say something nice, Derek.
It's either a function of price, condition, marketing, or representation. It's one of those things.
Bingo, all four. If you need professional help, be sure to call Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage maker. That's where you'll find us, and we will definitely refer you to Derek Bowers. Want to thank you for coming in, and of course, all the professional real estate agents out there that we work with on a daily basis. Want to salute again. Happy Memorial Day to everyone out there. Be safe. Drive safely. We got Pat Caputo coming up next with Kyle Bogey. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello? Good morning, sir.
Who is it?
Some guy with a clipboard. In this election season, every vote matters. Clipboard? And a Mountain Dew t-shirt. It's Mountain Dew Decision 2016. Dew Nation asked to bring back 2 legendary Dew flavors. Now you decide which one stays. Cool. Right on. It's either Mountain Dew Pitch Black, a bold Dew with a twist of citrus and dark fruit flavor. It's Black rules. Or the equally outrageous tropical lime flavor of Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Oh, I love Baja Blast. So is it Mountain Dew Pitch Black or Mountain Dew Baja Blast?
Mountain Dew Pitch Black. What?
Are you kidding? This calls for a debate.
It's Mountain Dew Decision 2016. Dew fans everywhere asked us to bring back 2 legendary flavors, but only one will stay, and you decide. Is it Mountain Dew Pitch Black or Mountain Dew Baja Blast? Vote online today at Dewcision.com.
Minor League Baseball is coming to Utica. Catch the Utica Unicorns, East Side Diamond Hoppers, and Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers May through September. Visit USPBL.com for more information. Pepsi, proud partner of the United Shore Professional Baseball League.
Hi.